Okay, but always know that you always know that God sees the best in you. God sees the great in you. You got to encourage yourself that you are a winner. You got to encourage yourself that you are a champion. You got to encourage yourself that. You got to encourage yourself that. You got to keep on being the best you and continue to know your worth and focus on being the anointed man and woman of God that God has called you to be. All right, because God has called you. God has chosen you. God has called you. God has chosen you to do the greater calling, all right, that God has placed over your life. Okay, when we look at David, you see David was a shepherd, attending sheep, all right, but David was going through some obstacles and struggles in his life. All right, he was being rejected, by his own family. All right, but that did not stop David, okay, from doing the work that God has called him to do, or focusing on the greater calling that God has placed over his life. He kept on focusing. You gotta keep on focusing. All right, do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. Keep on focusing. Don't look to the left. Don't